I'm bloody loud because I'm deaf. I'll be doing a poem about deafness because I talked to Hugh Budner earlier on about that, so I'll do that to finish off. Anyway, here's a few poems. Pity the poor dumb animals, locked up in little boxes. It's cruel to pen them up. It's not a natural environment, huddled in anonymous cells with few creature comforts. They only do it because it's cheap, but that's travel lodges for you. Have you ever got pissed? Oh, yeah. Or you lot, I asked a question! Right? Can you hear me? In that case, I will use this, alright? Have you ever got pissed? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So many pints that you didn't know you were there? Have you ever had walls throw themselves at you, felt perfectly solid floors move under you, being the only person to suffer the Cardiff earthquake of 1995? Have you ever been sick?
Never.
Hypocrites. Liars. Right. Have you ever been sick? Yeah. Seriously sick? Once.
Competition.
I don't believe you. Right.
We do encourage hecklers.
Right. So sick that you want to be someone else. Have you ever thrown up against a concrete wall, studied your puke as if it was wallpaper, because there was nothing else to look at? Have you ever vomited like a jet, through the nose, violently attacking the furniture? Have you ever become a deadly weapon, spraying your stomach around, being offensively sick on automatic fire? Have you ever considered becoming dangerous, thought about a career which suits you? Haven't you realised your profitability, recognised your true value to society as a non-lethal organochemical weapon? Have you realised the money you could make as a professional crowd control operative? Haven't you realised your employment potential as a paramilitary policeman spraying Nuki Brown and Cherry Brandy in a riot? No? Call yourself a piss artist? You've got no imagination. Actually, some of the poems, I can never make up my mind what poems I'm going to do, right? And then Julie comes up to me earlier on and says, in my poetry, there's some swearing in there. I thought, right, okay, I'll do this one then. It's called, very, very subtle title for a poem, it's called Fuck 'em. Fuck 'em is not swearing, it's not a mindless response, but the distilled experience of generations of the working class. Fuck 'em is the natural response to being sacked, refused benefits, hassled by the cops, baited by the rich, and being philosophical about it. Fuck 'em is swearing as language expressing centuries of exploitation. It's not a nice phrase, but it's the best way to survive. Fuck 'em is the only way to strive, to surface after the dive, to say we're not giving in and show we're still alive. Fuck 'em is art created by imagination, driven by desperation, out of indignation, recycled as irony and resistance to become a phrase of creation. Fuck 'em. I am from Abertrader, and there's a guy and we always used to have discussions about politics and everything. It was back in the time of Tina, you know, Thatcher. This woman is not for turning, you know. And We used to go round and round and round about how bad that bitch was, right? And in the end, at the end of all the conversations, he'd turn around and he'd say, "Oh, fuck 'em." And that's where that comes from. So that's down to Keith. You know, in our trigger, people have asked me, "Oh, which Keith do you mean?" "I mean this Keith." "Oh, that Keith." They knew immediately what I was talking about. If I had him here, oh, that's Keith, right. Right, okay, a short one. It's called paperwork. This is for anybody work in public services? Oh, sensible. Right, well, I spent years and years and years doing it, and this is called paperwork. If paperwork proves on paper that proper work is provided work for paper pushers, how much paperwork should proper workers provide to paper pushers to prove they're proper workers and provide them with work? And finally, dedicated to Hugh Pudner, who's also deaf as a post. I said to him when he walked in, I said, "Hi, Hugh! Down here! Hello!" See, one of the advantages of being deaf, I've got 2 high-frequency hearing aids here. And these days, I don't fuck around, I just go to people and say, "Hello, look! These are hearing aids!" They're not there to make, they're not there as decoration,
Earrings.
Well, alright, maybe they are. Anyway, I'll finish with this one, high-frequency deafness. Now, that's what I've got, by the way. So there's a problem being deaf that way. You cannot make out the sibilant. Ori. Oh, I mean the sibilants, like S and F. So you have to remember to keep your hearing aids on when you go to bed and have sex. I mean, uck and uck can mean very different things. Or not, as it may turn out. But if you want to do them in the right order, you keep the hearing aids on.